Hello, this is Chiak. We are back with Black Mirror 3. We are at the start of chapter 4 where, I don't know, did Darren get knocked out between every single chapter so far? The first chapter, the end of the first chapter, he collapsed from the dogs, woke up. Second chapter, I don't think he passed out, but we know he got punched out in the third chapter. So, well, let's see what happens in the fourth. Well, I'm probably not going to make it. There's no way I'm going to make it all the way to the very end. Hopefully, I'm hoping that this will only be split up into 2 parts. We're definitely past the halfway point in this game. So it's just a matter of the puzzles I may or may not get stuck on, and when I call Uncle and get asked for a hint. So, let's have a look and what in the world we need to do. Ah, right. So we have we need to go check out that Manere. Well, let's see if our ice expansion trick worked. I thought there was actually something else that I need to do. Access the portal. Spooner's sitting in the cafe and wants to talk to me. Okay, there we go. I need to talk to Inspector Spooner. What else? Okay, and then everything else is about his dream. Alright, so let's head over to the cafe. That's an argument. Who's that argument between, though? Anyone we know?
Hi, Adrian.
So the really curious thing is, though, she's just out in the town with the detective, when these two are supposedly engaged?
Later. I've asked all I want to know for the moment.
Okay, sorry. Right, well, let's have a chat. It's never pleasant.
The worthy Mr. Gordon is honoring me with a visit.
Have you taken something?
Sit down. Do you remember what happened last night?
Only up to the punch in the face. Strangely enough, I have a mental block of what happened from that point on.
Really? You stood up as if nothing had happened and just walked back to the castle. I followed you because I thought you might collapse at any moment. But nothing. You didn't even sway once. You took the knockout punch like a man. I wouldn't have expected that of you.
Thanks for the flowers, Inspector. But in reality, I didn't cope with it so well. The blackout.
Never mind. The most important thing is you can still remember what Tom said when he noticed you.
You mean I'll kill you? I'll punch you in the face?
By the way, you can report him if you want to.
Sure, and for kidnapping too. No one believes me anyway. I already said 3 weeks ago that he kept me locked up in Wales.
Until now, I assumed that these abduction stories were made up. But Tom's reaction makes me wonder a bit. But more importantly, who is this Phil, who Tom said you murdered?
Ask Tom.
I haven't been able to find him all morning.
Oh, and now you want my help.
Okay, Adrian. Perhaps I wasn't always that nice to you. Can we just forget the past for a moment?
Did I just hear an apology?
Well...
Phil's the guy who locked me up in his morgue a few days ago and wanted to kill me. I knocked him out from behind and took off. But I know he was still alive at that point.
That means the corpse is still lying there. Where was this?
In a house in the woods. I think it used to belong to a Dr. Heinz Herman.
That sounds familiar.
Listen, Inspector, how about I just take you over there?
After you.
Here we are.
Okay, let's see, what changes. Is it locked?
The door's closed. And we can't go in there without a search warrant.
I think that only applies to you, right?
Let me put it like this. If you were to enter this house without permission, I would have to make sure that you don't take anything.
Ah, I get it.
is the house owned by someone? That's my question. Like, you have to get a search warrant, but there's no one lives here, obviously, but then, like, is it owned by someone? Because it's just been sitting empty here for a long time.
Huh. The door's locked, but I'm sure I left it open when I was last here.
We still got Phil's keys, right? I'm sure this will not look suspicious at all.
Hey, Inspector! The door's wide open.
Well, who'd have guessed? His lordship has a key. I'll have to take that as evidence. Sorry.
You're not sorry, but, you know, procedure. I get it.
You'll probably be interested in the torture videos, too.
If they're still there, Darren,
Torture
why do you think
videos.
they're still there?
Yeah, Phil's got a whole secret compartment full. They're gone.
Of course they are.
Perhaps your corpse was bored.
Wait a minute, there must be one still in the video recorder.
Turn that off. That's sick. Where's the guy who filmed this?
I guess it was Phil, but you don't see him, though.
I'll take that tape as evidence.
Okay. At least there's something.
Okay, and where's the corpse?
I mean, come on, dude. If... or more so Darren, like, hopefully he's not too surprised about this. If the tapes are gone, then clearly the corpse is going to be gone. But we'll see how he acts. Oh, a surprise. The corpse is
The
gone.
corpse has disappeared, too?
Why are you
This
surprised?
is starting to get quite implausible. Don't you think?
Tom must have been here. He tried to cover his tracks. That's why the other videos are gone, too.
Tom? Or you?
I've got nothing to do with it. I'll prove it.
Oh, am I? Okay, we're doing this now.
Phil locked me in this compartment.
Oh, the other body that was
Hey,
there?
Inspector, you might be interested in this. It's not Phil's corpse, but perhaps you'll believe me now?
It must be dead at least a couple of weeks.
And a couple of weeks ago, I was sitting quietly in the cell.
Okay, Phil really does have something to answer for. And it would seem he's good at his profession. Otherwise, I'd have heard of him ages ago.
I bet Tom's got something to do with this, too.
First, we'll go back to the station. I'll send Zach over here to pick up the body.
I've got something else I need to do.
You're coming with me first. I need to record your statement. Oh! Stay where you are! Come!
What was that?
So now I've got time to have a look at the stone circle, then.
What was that gasp of surprise? Sorry, I was not expecting that. Listen, I don't know why he's so convinced Tom is the one who killed Phil, considering Tom was blaming him for the murder, or he just forget. Selective memory. Sorry, that was great. Okay. Let's alright, this way. I know we need to go this way, but I do want to make, I don't know, Mana Fortuna. I didn't see a bear last chapter. What am I going to see this time? I'm very curious. Just before we get started with everything. should have done this before I went to talk to the inspector.
Hello, Madam Fortuna.
Adrian, I knew you would call again.
Who else could it be?
Pick a card.
Stop.
I've turned over the moon.
That's what you sound like, too.
Oh, the tarot card, Adrian. Your card. Something has been awakened in you. You will have to transcend the boundaries. But you will receive a deep, intuitive understanding in exchange.
That sounds a bit scary.
And I see.
Death?
There.
Yeah, okay.
Again.
You'll shatter.
Ah.
But there's a way, Adrian, for you to survive.
Just one. Yes, I'm listening.
Stay away from heights.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay.
What a load of crap.
Now, I'm kind of curious if there was actually a way to die last chapter. Oh, you know what? It's probably the bear traps. I'm assuming that if I continued clicking on that area, I could have actually continued to walk through without the metal detector and then died via that way. Where in this case, there's times in this game where like you have to click things twice before it can activate a certain command or if you want to go someplace. So I'm thinking that is why that's where the bear was involved. Sorry, yes, that had actually been bothering me. I'm like, where's the bear? I was expecting an actual bear. For me, oh, and the old lady's not here to be fearful. Baya, you scared?
The sales girl is terrified of me. As long as I don't ask her any questions, then I probably won't give her a heart attack.
You're still scared of me. Where's the knife?
There were a load of knives in that before, or am I mistaken?
Sold out.
Okay. She said that so quickly. Alright, we'll leave. We'll leave. We'll go back. Do our thing. Road to the woods. Let's go check out the stone circles and see if our trick worked. Wow.
That looks very promising.
That looks more than promising. It looks
Some
completely
steps?
open.
I wasn't expecting such luxury. I wonder what's waiting for me down there.
Is this the heights we gotta worry about?
Amazing. Yep, that's got it.
Chasm. Okay, was everything like roots?
Tree roots, so I must be directly under the surface of the ground. I wonder if this cave was formed naturally, or if someone or something gave a helping hand.
Oh, I can still look at the roots.
They're not gonna help me.
Okay. Clearly they are gonna help you because that's still an option. Extension cable?
I'm a physics student, not an archaeologist.
Okay. I don't know, maybe you wanna swing across somehow? Okay.
About 4 meters wide and... Oh, it's not that deep at all. A few 100 meters, maybe. There are fluorescent, things hanging everywhere. They look like huge glowworms, but they're not moving.
Okay.
Are those some kind of writing symbols on the wall? None of it means anything to me, I'm afraid. Some kind of, thing. Difficult to know exactly what it is from here. If I'm not mistaken, that's exactly the same kind of portal as there is in the academy. Was. Before it was filled in.
Okay, so clearly I need an item to get across. Is there anything more here? No.
No landmines? Huh, and that's alright then.
Okay.
A bear trap. It's called...
You can still, this is still interactable. Which makes me curious.
Or the people here want to protect themselves from something.
Okay, yeah, so... I don't know. I don't know if we can continue interacting with that. So we need something in order to get us across. Where are you? You're right there. I'm trying to think where. Would there be anything in the museum? There's nothing in the... Okay, right now I'm just gonna do the let's talk to everyone and everything and see if anything comes about. Okay. Nothing more?
I better not go.
Okay, so that's not an option. No, Baya, there was nothing we can do there. Oh, Constable. How are you today?
Can I ask you something briefly? I found a bear trap in the woods. Are those kind of traps even allowed?
I know there are hunters out and about all year round, but I'm sure they don't use bear traps. There aren't any bears in England.
What are the traps for then? And who set them?
Maybe the bears have laid some to catch the hunters.
You've got a logical explanation for everything, haven't you? The most important thing for you is that you don't have to waste any time having a proper look at things.
That's what it looks like.
Goodbye, Constable.
Okay. And that's literally
I'll just
it?
leave him in peace
Yeah.
for now.
Okay. Interesting. Now the only thing... Man, those two are just arguing...
The pub's closed.
The owner's on the run. I hear.
The pub's closed. The owner's on the run.
There we go. Let's let him have that talk there. I actually didn't check to see if my voice is running on this.
You can hardly make out what used to be written there. But I assume that nothing edible has ever been served here.
Okay.
At least.
And that's it here. Over the bridge. Let's go over the bridge. That should be it then. So let's... Well, where can we go? Brennan's Place Hotel. What's the other place that we had not checked? We checked the Eastern Marshes. Yeah, so this is our only access point then. Wormhill Church. That's caved in. That one's gone. Burns Palace. Okay, let's just go to the castle and see if there's anything in there I can grab. I don't know, what's this for?
It's a roll of damp. The craftsman should... I guess that's...
Oh, we can use... I was not expecting that.
A roll of damp-proof sheeting.
Okay. Did, Miss, Antonelli... God, the skull is still there. Does Miss Antonelli drop off the key yet? Let's check the mailbox. I forgot to check the mailbox. Should just start at the gate.
An empty letterbox.
Damn. Okay. Ah.
The castle looks really threatening.
What do I need for this damp proof? Let's go to the back. I don't imagine anything new should pop up. We just still have the one room that we can't access as a... Oh, ladder.
The ladder would make a decent bridge over the pit. I'll try it.
Finally, something to use. Oh, wow, okay. Thank you for game just quickly did it for me. Thanks. God, that's precarious.
So what have we got here then? An ancient comic? It looks like a kind of picture-based script. Let's see if I can work any of it out. Some guy carrying a black ball. He's wearing a long robe. Or a dress. Could be some holy character. Or a priest. Then he lies down with the black ball and some other guys wearing dresses stand around him. Weird. And here they're taking the guy with the ball's head off? Wait, could it be some kind of burial ritual? Or an execution? I've seen one of these before, in the academy. Angelina placed a black ball in it, and then the portal opened. I think she'd stolen it from the museum, but now she's dead. And she had the ball with her when my mother threw her to her death. An inactive portal, just like the one in the academy. Angelina was able to open it using a weird black ball thing.
Okay. Is there anything else?
I could do with a copy of this somehow, so somebody can take a look and maybe tell me what these symbols mean.
Okay. Wait, pencil. And then you'll magically produce the paper somehow.
I'll draw it quickly. Maybe I'll find someone who knows about hieroglyphics.
You don't need to draw it, you just need to do the etch. Okay, sounds like you're actually doing that, so never mind. Oh, never mind. No, you just write quick.
These are the hieroglyphs I found.
Okay, so who in the world? Who in the world would know anything? Maybe Miss Valley's friend. I suddenly cannot. The one who's terrified us, who works in the grocery store. She's one person who could possibly have. Let me grab this.
A bear trap.
I just really. Sorry, kind of looked like something was there. Just really want to get rid of that bear trap. I know technically it's not active, but still. Okay, so. Edward, do you know anything about hieroglyphs? Since you like history and all. Ooh, look at that reflection.
Edward,
Sir?
all on your own today?
Denise is ill.
But wasn't she here this morning?
Yes. She went down with a virus all of a sudden.
Might that be the Conrad Spooner virus?
I think it's got plenty of names. Whatever the case, it doesn't just make you unfit for work. It makes you unfit for marriage, too.
I'm very sorry, Edward.
Well, anyway, it's not infectious.
Interesting. So he is aware. I just don't know if he was playing blissfully ignorant. Well, maybe not blissful, but...
The last time you were in the museum, did you ever look at that black ball?
Yes. Apparently, it was the only thing of any value in there. That's why it got stolen. However, I still ask myself to this day what it was supposed to be exactly. It was too dark for a kind of crystal ball like fortune tellers use. What's your opinion?
Well, it certainly wasn't a bowling ball. You're interested in ancient history?
Quite true, sir. You could say it's a hobby of mine. I've been collecting ancient coins from different cultures for years now. You build up quite a substantial knowledge doing that, you know.
Fantastic. Could you take a look at this and tell me what you make of it?
Oh, yes. I've seen this script before somewhere. It's druidic. Very old.
Can you read it?
Reading might be an exaggeration. It's more a kind of pictorial story. I think it's a description of a burial ritual. Yes, that could well be the case. Here, the dead person seems to be some kind of ecclesiastical person. A priest, if you will. You can see that by the crooked staff. That symbol was often used for spiritual leaders.
And he has a black ball in his hands. Are you saying that it could be like one of those that was in the museum?
Oh, you could even be right there. If that's the case, then I'm not at all surprised it was stolen. It would be worth a fortune.
Might it be possible that there are more of them?
I wouldn't exclude that possibility. If it's some kind of a burial gift for priests, then there could be a chance you'd find one under a burial mound.
Okay, so we're going to have to go to one of the other...
You mentioned a burial mound. Is there one around here?
Oh yes, sir. There are supposed to be one or two around here. At least they discovered some a few years ago. It was even in the paper. Ah, now I remember where I recognize the hieroglyphics from. There was a photograph of the tomb in the paper, along with the research team. These kinds of hieroglyphics were engraved in the rocks.
A research team? Damn. I bet they cleared out the tomb completely.
You would think so. But you could...
I could what?
Excuse my tactlessness, sir. Miss Valley, she was involved with the excavation. A group of archaeology students were here in this area looking for pagan relics. And they discovered a burial mound quite by chance. It was quite an exciting event.
And, who else was involved in this enterprise?
Nobody I knew, I regret to say, sir.
Thanks anyway, Edward. You've helped me a lot.
Sir, would you happen to have a moment's time?
Yeah?
It's rather unpleasant for me to mention this so brashly, but Dr. Winterbottom said I ought to do it. Now, as master of Black Mirror Castle, would you happen to have any staff requirements? I would be most pleased to be able to work for you, sir.
Huh? What's gonna happen to the cafe if you're no longer here?
Oh, don't worry about that. Denise's father already has a new business idea, and I, don't believe I'm the right sort of chap for it.
Is that so? Isn't the cafe doing so well? What could do better here in Willow Creek, then?
An undertaking business. Funerals, sir.
Huh. Of course. I should have thought of that myself. But I really don't know if I can actually use a butler. I need construction guys or a demolition company more urgently.
It is precisely a butler's job to look after such things.
Maybe you're right. Well then, why not come up to the castle tomorrow sometime? Then we can give it some more thought.
Thank you very much, sir.
Take care, Edward.
I'll do my best, sir.
Please don't die at the castle. Please don't die at the castle. Resolve this so he doesn't die at the castle, please. Okay, so there is a burial mound somewhere. You were Miss Valley's friend. Hi.
The sales girl was
Nope.
terrible.
Okay, just making sure. Just making sure. So, where'd they say this burial mound
These are the
was?
hieroglyphs
I might actually take a look at these hieroglyphs here. Or these, I don't know, pictographs? Cricket staff. Okay, so it's like these pictures that he was... Oh! This is... Okay, they did take his head off. And his feet? They took his head and his feet. Okay. Okay. So. The question is, where is the burial mound? Wait, maybe I need to go to the museum. Where would I need to go? Who would I need to talk to? Hi, people.
Here we can see a typical Willow Creek tourist couple. Probably on a romantic honeymoon.
I hope not. Alright, let's...
Various pamphlets on
Maybe
the river diversion, the old academy,
excavations?
skeletal finds, excavations. Nothing really interesting.
Okay, damn it.
All of the pamphlets were put together by this. Sadly, there's hardly any information about the excavations or a black ball. At least nothing that helps me any.
Okay. So... yeah, that's the question. Who's gonna have that information? Was there something... oh wait, maybe...
Hello, Doctor? Can I ask you a quick question?
Of course, come on up.
you've been in town for some time, so maybe you know.
Hi, Doc.
Burial mounts.
Adrian, what can I do for you?
Burial mounts.
Did you know there are supposed to be burial mounds in the area?
No, but there are so many ancient ruins around here that it wouldn't surprise me if there are burial mounds too.
Okay, damn. Well...
Tell me, Doc, have you had a look at the museum here?
To be honest, no. I've never been, and I never will.
It's probably better that way. She'd probably hit the roof if she saw the Heinz Hermann heads. Then, I guess you don't know anything about the black ball?
I'm sorry, no.
Bye, Doc.
Look after yourself, Adrian.
damn it. Sorry, my mouse. Where can I get information about the burial mounds? Who can I talk to? Security guard isn't gonna help me. Do I dare ask the constable? Hello, regulator. I mean, I can try. It's helpful. It's... oh. Spooner. I've come back to give my statement.
Inspector Spooner.
Hi.
Little Lord Adrian, what can the village Bobby do for you?
How's Tom?
Are you trying to suck up to me, or are you pulling my leg?
You choose.
Have you arrested Tom?
He vanished into the woods. We've started a search.
How? Because there's only two of you. So how did you start the search? Okay, either way. Maybe we'll lead up to Miss Valley's house. I feel like that'd be a bit odd.
This black ball that was stolen from the museum.
You want to give it back? That'd be very nice, of course.
So it hasn't turned up again.
No.
Have you seen anything like this before?
Something similar. In the cells on the wall.
There are supposed to be burial mounds in this area. Do you happen to know where any of them are?
You've just inherited a castle. Now you want to move again?
Couldn't you give me just one decent answer, please?
Ah, well. If it means so much, yeah. No, I don't know where you might find a burial mound.
Might you possibly be able to give me a tiny bit of information?
Really? I can't wait.
You searched Miss Valley's house, didn't you? Did you come across any kind of archaeological notes or drawings while you were at it?
Zach?
Hmm?
Shouldn't you been off on the beat long ago?
Okay.
You know, Adrian, I get the feeling that our, let's call it a relationship, has got rather bogged down of late. You're constantly coming to me with some new request. It's always me who's supposed to give you something. I'm thinking it's time we changed all that.
Would you like to come with me to see Doc Winterbottom? Do some couple therapy?
Nice idea, but I've got something else planned. As you perhaps already noticed, I sometimes tend towards making quite hasty judgments. That's one of the reasons they redeployed me here to Willow Creek. I'd actually imagine my life as a police inspector somewhat differently.
Pursuits, shootouts, explosions.
You're looking into my very soul. But without some clear evidential success under my belt, I'm not going to be getting out of this dump all that quickly. And what with your circumstances having sadly changed somewhat.
What's supposed to have changed there? I'm innocent now, just like I always was.
But now your nobility, as you have so strikingly noticed. And here in good old England, that is a good reason to treat things with more of a feather-light touch. Or to put it another way, an error in such a case would definitely not be good for my career.
Have I got this right? You're crapping yourself because I own a castle now.
Perhaps it's still not too late to forget the whole thing and close the case. But to do that, I have to present the judge with something meaningful.
Is that a polite request for a confession? Are you kidding me?
No, you misunderstood me. The thing with Tom and that Phil is already a good start. Also, Murray has corrected his statement and given you an alibi for the Miss Valley murder. Seems to like you a lot, that bloke. But there's still this Lewis and Angelina woman. They're officially missing. But someone who's missing also can be a perpetrator. You do see that?
We're speaking the same language at last. What's happening with Miss Valley's house now? Have you found anything there?
We only found some photos of you, and we also took a few other things relevant to the case. If you think you can find something there that might bring this case to a close, then I'll let you have a look around the house.
Are we partners then?
Not the expression I'd use. Hey, but this conversation never took place, okay? Zach will go with you, and I want to be informed about everything.
Of course, Inspector. Goodbye.
Fare thee well, my lord.
So he's, at least the very least, somewhat aware of his own shortcomings as a detective, coming to hasty conclusions, as he stated. Or at least it was upright told to him when he was demoted here to Willows Creek. Oh wait, was I supposed to talk to Constable Zach? Sorry, Constable Zach.
Can I ask you something briefly? The inspector said that it wouldn't be a problem if I wanted to have a look at Miss Valley's house for myself, but that you should come along to keep an eye on me.
If that's what he said, I'll go and get the keys.
This guy's like, okay.
Have fun with the search. Just tell me when you want to go.
So nothing has been changed, I'm gonna assume. Okay, lots of things to look at.
Miss Valley's brother, Vic. She has quite a lot of pictures of him, but that's no surprise. She was pretty obsessed with his death, and particularly with his murderer, Samuel Gordon, my father.
Okay.
A wooden rocking chair. The backrest doesn't look particularly comfortable.
I kind of wonder if, like, Detective Spooner ended up pissing off a lord, and it's why he got demoted.
She must have really loved her brother.
Or at least pissed someone off that had high enough power to make some waves.
I think they just don't have oil or gas in Willow Creek yet. Crockery with folkloric designs. Experts like me call them painted plates. Anything against me taking a piece of coal?
I don't think anybody would have anything against that.
Hence, suddenly questioning, why are you doing this? Okay, carpet, magazine. Just gonna have a look at everything around this area, but this area, because this is where he found some of his
old
evidence last time.
newspapers and a book with English children's songs. That's no use to me.
I mean, that's where Detective Spooner found his evidence, quotation mark.
Seems Miss Valley wasn't just scared of the Gordons. Now this could be interesting. Miss Valley's book collection. Let's take a look. English history and stories, Camelot and the Holy Grail. From William the Conqueror to Magna Carta. Aha, a folder from a university. Constable, can I take a look at this folder here?
That's just books about science and the like.
Was that a yes?
Okay by me, but don't take too long.
Okay, that looks like a book to me, but let's just have a look at everything else before we read it.
Newspaper clippings about Vic's murder. I can't imagine how anyone could murder a child so brutally.
Anything? Notepad?
An empty notepad.
What are you doing there?
I just wanted to take a piece of paper to take some notes.
With your piece of coal? Wait, you have a pencil.
What are you up to?
Maybe there's a secret trapdoor under the rug.
What a load of nonsense.
Oh, I was hoping you actually move it to see. Okay, let's have a look at the book. Miss Valley's seminar work. Right click.
No black ball. If I'm lucky, then nobody else will have found it either. Now all I have to do is find out exactly where this burial mound is.
Okay. Expedition 6th of July 1981. Our group has been investigating the ground at Sector 13. We found an untouched tumulus, one probably spared by grave robbers. The entrance was still closed by a stone slab, typical of this type of earthworks. The grave is characteristic of a previous type known to us, the Cotswold Severn type. Okay. We found the remains of 12 persons, probably males. Some were missing heads. Okay, some were missing heads. Bones had been rearranged. We believe that the skulls would have been removed for use during ritual. Why? That remains to be seen. We have marked the position of the grave on the map. To protect the grave from looters, the map has been lodged at the University Archive and is only available to authorized persons. Finds and specimens sent for archiving. 7 complete male skeletons, 5 male skeletons minus skulls, 1 gold figure in the form of a bowl, 2 gold tablets with hieroglyphics, 1 specimen of sand from the grave floor. In addition, a soil sample and various small animal bones from the surrounding areas of the marshlands. Huh? Why did... Interesting. I can underline certain things. Right. I'm curious of how in the world this may or may not come into play. Or why in the world. Male. Okay, we're just gonna exit out because obviously I do not know anything about this puzzle yet.
There has to be a few significant words in these research papers from which I can work out the exact location.
Okay.
I think 3 words will do it.
3 words, okay.
Stay down here, please.
What? Why? Maybe there's something worth looking at up there.
Miss Valley kept all of her papers down here. We've searched through everything upstairs and found nothing except a couple of photos of her brother Vic.
All right.
Okay, is there anything else to look at? Can talk to the constable.
I've definitely overlooked something, and I'm thinking I'm not gonna get back in here all that easily.
Okay, so the only thing left to do is this puzzle, which is underline 3 words that I believe is going to help us solve this mystery. Investigating the ground. We found untouched, timeless, probably... I don't know if earth works. Grave is characteristic. Was that it? Seriously? Okay.
I've definitely overlooked...
Or is that us failing and then... Okay, so that's us failing then, right? Oh wait, marshlands. What? Why?
Earth samples from the marsh. There's only one here.
Okay. So we're done, right?
I've definitely overlooked. It's a blank piece of paper at first sight, but I could make out a weak imprint. Unfortunately, I can only make it out and not read it.
The coal, okay. Where is the coal? Here we go. Put this together. Maybe this is gonna help out the puzzle. Where did you go off?
This trick has always worked before.
Let's read it.
That has to be the same letter as the one I found in the shack. You can still read a bit of it. In case we are unable to... the evil... we fail in our goal and the order never existed. Already sacrificed. That was never my intention. If the cursed one... then... oh, now it's looking very faint. Can't be allowed to find any trace that might lead to us. I get it. This is Miss Valley announcing that the order should be disbanded should anything go wrong. That explains a lot.
And everything went wrong. Okay. So, let's have a look at this again. So, anytime I hit 3... in addition, a soil sample and various small from the surrounding marshlands. I just want to see if there's anything else. Missing heads. Okay, this is specifically... we have marked the position of the grave on the map to protect the grave from looters. Finds and specimens, One specimen of sand.
Small animal bones. Definitely rare. I ought to make note of that.
Okay. I'm somewhat lost of how this wants me to do the puzzle. Because we said marshlands, he said small animal bones. But...
I've definitely overlooked...
okay, so... I kind of wish you'd... I'm confused of how this puzzle works at the moment. Because we do that.
Earth samples from the marsh. There's only one here.
Okay. And it sounds like... that makes it sound like it's complete, but there's still more I need to do. No, okay. So, we did the marsh. We got the 7 small animal bones. So the question is now... I don't know. It seems to be this thing where you do one at a time. Because if I tried to do the small various animal bones together and didn't do anything. Note talks about sand, okay. If I'm going to the marsh, this is probably why I have the plastic sheeting. I'm literally just picking random words at the moment. It's... I mean, so far everything we found useful is here. Soil sample, very small animal bones from the surrounding area. Okay. We know it's the marsh. Is there anything... I'm not going to the university. It can't be anything in here because it's specifically talking about the ritual site. This is describing what they found. In addition to soil samples and very small animal bones from the surrounding area. So what I'm confused is, am I trying to get the animal bones, marsh? See, I don't get why that is another...
Small animal bones.
Small animal bones, we know marshland. I don't get why these are two separate things. How come it's not the entire underline from marsh?
Earth samples from the marsh. There's only one here.
Okay.
Small animal bones. Definitely rare. I ought to make note of that.
Okay. So you said that. Okay, so that tells me that how this is supposed to go then. So we need to click this. We need to click this. The question is, what else do I need to click? Sand? I think I already tried that, didn't I?
Small animal bones. Definitely rare. I ought to make note of that.
I don't get it. How come sometimes he talks about the marsh and sometimes he didn't? If we're only supposed to click 3, then... Okay, you know what? I'm looking this up because I'm really... I feel sure on this. The question is, what else do I click? It can't be grave. Grave is too little. Yeah, you know what? Just, it's really not that far. Scroll down... This Valley seminar work. Underline words. Underline a word by clicking on the word itself. Error made eraser, which I've not used at all. If correct, make a clue, a comment. Underline sector. Okay, well, I have not underlined this.
Small animal bones. Definitely rare. I ought to make note of that.
Huh? Okay, did I click on the wrong part of one of the words? Okay, Sector 13, animal bones. This one's split up. I'm guessing it's gonna be land.
Earth samples from the marsh. There's only one here. Small animal bones. Definitely rare. I ought to make note of that.
Oh, what? Okay, hold on. I am looking at my walkthrough. There is a glitch in this game. In my game, the word sector 13 is not commented on, so the solution is not acknowledged by the game. In that case, use the skip lever at the bottom right. What? Really? So, technically, I can't solve this then. This puzzle is literally unsolvable for me. Oh, what the?